You're in the mix with Virgil Boggs.
What's going on, y'all? This is Virgil Boggs, episode 2, the Technology Podcast. This is a weekend edition. Let's get it. All right. So today I was spending time at Sprint in Bentonville, Arkansas, and I was going to check out the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. And I'm telling you guys, it's a great device. I'm going to give you guys some specs today. I'll give you a little bit of just how it feels, how I, got to spend time with it, with the run the OS and stuff like that. Not going to go into a lot about the OS and the specs and all that as far as holding the device, but I'll give you the specs of what the device is made of. You guys can look it up on YouTube, look it up on Samsung.com mobile. Check out the device if you're interested. I'm interested because I have a Galaxy Note 3. I didn't want the Note 4. I really couldn't upgrade at the time, but even the Note 4, there wasn't a big enough difference between Note 3 and the Note 4. But the Note 5 is a huge difference. The build is completely different. Just the feel of it, the Gorilla Glass, everything about it. It's an awesome, solid device. I spent a little bit of time with it today, and I just want to give you guys some specs. All right, so I'm going to go into it right now. We're going to gadgets.com, and they've got all the specs on it. They've got reviews and everything like that. I just want to give you guys really the specs. So here we go. It's got a 5.7-inch screen, 1440 by 2560 pixel resolution. It's got 32 gigabytes of storage, 1.5 gigahertz processor, 4 gigabytes RAM, 16 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera. It's running Android 5.11 Lollipop. It's got 3,000 milliamp battery capacity. Now the battery, I'm going to get into that just a little bit, but just letting you guys know, the battery does not come out of this phone. It stays in there just like an iPhone. So if you're a Samsung user who's always enjoyed taking your battery out, sorry, you can't do it with the Note 5. It's the way it's going to be from now on. It's what they did in the S6, the S6 Edge Plus and all that. So this is the way it's going. And wireless charging is the new age. That's how everything's going to be on these new devices. So we've got to get used to it. All right, so what else we got? The internal storage is 32 gigabyte, 4 gigabyte RAM, 1.5 gigahertz processor. There's no expandable storage, so you cannot put that SD card in like you normally do. We went out last week and got the wife. She's got an S4, got her an SD card, but now you can't do it in these new Samsung devices. So I'm sorry, that's the way it is. If you like your Note 3, your Note 4, stick it out for a while, but that's the way it's going to be on these new Samsung devices again. The battery issue and the no external storage, it's going to turn a lot of people off. Hasn't turned me off yet, but the battery issue, I will have to see. I'll have to spend more time with it, check out the wireless charging. But for right now, I just want to continue, give you guys these specs. Of course, it's got Wi-Fi. Of course, it's got GPS, Bluetooth version 4.2. It's got NFC. It does not have infrared. I really enjoyed the infrared on my Note 3 because I'm able to change the channel with my phone. If I can't find the remote, I've already got it programmed in. Turn the volume up, whatever. It's really cool. I really enjoy it, but it does not have it on this new device. Okay, it's got Wi-Fi direct, MHL out, no HDMI, 3.5 millimeter headphones. There's no FM. There's one SIM. It's a nano SIM. It runs GSM, 3G, 4G LTE, and it supports 4G in India. That's band 40. Okay, on the sensors, it's got a compass, magnetometer, proximity sensor, accelerometer, ambient light sensor, gyroscope, barometer. There's no temperature sensor. I apologize. Now on the gyroscope, what I've been finding lately, as far as the gyroscope in my Note 3, I'm using the Google Cardboard. So I put the phone in, and it's got these magnets on the side of the cardboard. And once you flick those up and down, it actually somehow recognizes the gyros and all that. It selects apps for you. So that's really cool. That's something I just found great. And so the virtual reality, everything's changing, the game's changing on that. So, but as far as the Note 5, they gave it an 8 rating. Now, on their review, you guys could check that out. I'm on Gadgets 360, but they actually spent more time with it now. When you're in the store, you're holding the phone, and obviously it's kind of plugged in. You don't have that free range motion to really do a lot with it. I actually got to pick it up and try to use the S Pen. And the S Pen I really enjoyed because you can actually write on the screen when the phone is off. So as soon as you pull it out, it recognizes it. You start taking your notes right there, which is great. If you're in a lecture or something, where you need to take a quick note, just bam. You don't have to go through any settings. You don't have to go through your note app on your phone there. You can just automatically start taking notes right there, and I think that's awesome. Action memo is the traditional, you pull out your S Pen, it's going to go to that. And I really like lately Samsung has, I guess it's in the TouchWiz, but what they've done is they've combined the action memo to basically take everything into S Note. So you can take more notes, and you just kind of import it into there. And I really enjoy that because I use my Note 3 a lot to take notes on. And I really enjoy it if I need to take more notes, if I need to draw diagrams for work, print it out, whatever. That's why I enjoy the Note version, the Note line so much, is that I'm constantly able to pull out my S Pen, write something down. If I need a setup for work, I've got it. I can just automatically and take it to the printer, and I have it, and it's just there. But taking quick notes, writing stuff down, it's awesome. So that's why I'm a Note user. I used to have an iPhone, but I had a Samsung, I don't even remember what it was. It had the slide-out keyboard, and it's running very early Android Froyo, and I hated that phone because it constantly would die on me. It would restart, it would lock up, whatever. I hated it. And so when the iPhone 4S came out, I bought it right then, first day of pre-orders, and enjoyed it, had it for a while, sold it, got the iPhone 5, and didn't enjoy the iPhone 5 as much because the battery issue was terrible. I was constantly on a charger. And so that's what scares me. Samsung's putting these batteries in, you can't remove them, and so you don't have that battery to pop out and just throw in another one. So that's kind of scary, but they're also moving to better batteries. Obviously, the times have changed. We got wireless charging. I think that's the way the market's going. That's what we're going to see. People don't want to be plugged in to cables anymore. We want everything wireless. We've got our smartwatches, everything's Bluetooth. We got 3G on them now, but we don't want to be plugged in. We want to be mobile. We want to be able to move. We want to be able to take everything we need. We have our tablets, we have our smartphones, we have our smartwatches, and that's just the way the world's going. And guys, that's part of technology. That's part of evolving. Obviously, we got to be careful. We don't want this stuff to control us, but it is productive. It helps us in business. It helps us in networking. We can use Twitter. We can use Facebook, Instagram. All those things are great, and they help us reach other people, but we also got to focus on face-to-face conversations, and we can talk about these things, and that's okay. It's kind of why I do the podcast. I love talking technology. I love going up to somebody, hey, did you see this new device? You see this came out, whatever. But finally, I decided, let's do a podcast. But today, the agenda was to go out and went into Sprint And my first agenda was the Galaxy Note 5. That's all I wanted to see. That's all I cared about. And I looked at other devices. I looked at the Edge versions of the S6. I think they're cool. I think they're neat. I kind of like pulling up the apps on the Edge. You can kind of pull whatever you want. You got quick access. But I'm really drawn to the Note 5. The thing I don't like the most about the Note 5, and it's that Gorilla Glass, and it's that shift. And okay, we don't have the grip we have like on the Note 3 and the Note 4. The Note 3 I use right now, solid grip. I don't even have any kind of case on it. I can grip it, it doesn't fall out of my hands, but it's got that cheap plastic and it has crack. So I don't know, you take different things and you see what you can get, and obviously there are cases for the phone, so spend a little bit more money, protect your investment. These phones are $700-800, so obviously we got to protect them. But as far as the device itself, I think it's solid. I really want to spend more time with it to go in depth, on the software and really holding the device. Like I say, when it's plugged into the things in the store, you can't really just get that feeling, that free range motion of what we like to do in a phone, because we're constantly mobile. We want to be out there. We want to be able to take those photos, take those selfies, Instagram, Twitter, every social media outlet. We want to get it out there as quick as we can. And but one thing I believe they're doing with the Note 5 and the Edge version is live streaming for YouTube. I think that's probably pretty crazy. It's really kind of like Periscope. You can go. I think a lot of gamers are going to enjoy that, but I'll get into all of that internal stuff when I get the device. But right now, I just got to spend a little time with it. I wanted to give you guys kind of this weekend episode and just let you guys know what I've been doing today. I love checking out new technology, so you guys tell me what technology you're getting. Tweet me at jbox222, follow me at jbox222, Twitter, Instagram. Tell me what you guys are checking out. Check out the website. Find the podcast on YouTube. Again, I want to be able to get a Google Cardboard, give it away to somebody, and just expand this podcast. This is Tech Podcast. You guys can comment on my website, virgilboggs.blogspot.com. Check that out. Let me know. I want to know what you guys are into, what your guys' favorite devices is. I used to be more into the Apple iPhone kind of thing. Now I'm more into Android, Samsung. I got Samsung Galaxy Tab 3, my Note 3. But you guys tell me. You guys like that Apple Watch. Tell me. We'll do a review on Apple Watch. We'll do it on whatever. You guys tell me what devices you like best, and just tweet me at jbox222. Get this podcast out there. Keep following me. Keep listening. I've got more and more stuff coming. I love technology. You guys love technology, and that's why we're here. All right. This is the Weekend Podcast, Technology Podcast with Virgil Boggs. I'll see you guys next time. Salute. I'm out.